Many of us study for an exam or test. Some pass, some fail. But it does not mean those who pass they have learned. I do not believe in studying. Even I don't rather. I love learning. Learning is beautiful. It's okay to make mistakes as long as you learn from them. This Test Yourself series will make you learn exclusively for students facing the GATE and other competitive exams, for job aspirants facing interviews, and of course, for my dear faculty friends looking to crack the UGC NET, SET, CTET, TET exams, etc. Happy learning!
Dr. CV, Suresh Babu's Virtual Classroom presents Test Yourself series. Introduction to Process Management.
Question. A program is. The given options are: Option A, a device that performs a series of functions specified by the algorithms in memory. Option B, a device that stores information. Option C, a sequence of instructions. Option D is typically classified to allow interactive processing and CPU uptime for each user response. Here are the explanation. Option A, a device that performs a series of functions specified by the algorithms in memory. Program is not a device, it is a set of instructions. Option B, a device that stores information. A device which stores information is memory, not a program. Option C, a sequence of instructions. A sequence of instructions which written in any programming language is usually called as a program. Option D is typically classified to allow interactive processing and CPU uptime for each user response. It is one of the basic functions of CPU scheduling. Hence, the option C, a sequence of instruction, is called program. Question. Process is. The given options are: Option A, a program in high-level language kept on disk. Option B, content of main memory. Option C, a program in execution. Option D, a job in secondary memory. Here the explanation. Option A, a program in high-level language kept on disk. A program in high-level language kept on disk called source file. Option B, content of main memory. Usually, content of main memory will be supervisory programs or monitors. Option C, a program in execution. A program in execution is called processes. Option D, a job in secondary memory. A job in secondary memory is called page in under swapping. Hence, option C, a program in execution, is a suitable answer for process. Question. The state of a process is defined by. The given options are: Option A, the final activity of the process. Option B, the activity just executed by the process. Option C, the activity to next be executed by the process. Option D, the current activity of the process. Here the explanation. Option A, the final activity of the process. The final activity of the process is in terminate state. Option B, the activity just executed by the process. It will be in running state. Option C, the activity to next be executed by the process. The activity which will be executed next is in ready state. The current activity of the process. The state of the process is defined by the current activity, that is new, wait, ready, running or terminated. Hence, the state of a process is defined by option D, the current activity of the process. Question. The address of the next instruction to be executed by the current process is provided by the given options are option A, CPU registers, option B, program counter, option C, process stack, option D, pipe. Here are the explanations. Option A, CPU registers. The CPU register will have the information for the process in the running state. Option B, program counter. It indicates the address of the next instruction to be executed for the process. Option C, process stack. Process stack contains the temporary data such as method or function, parameters, return address and local variables. Option D, pipe. Pipe is a one-way communication. It can be used by the creating process as well as all its child processes for reading and writing purpose, not for the address of the next instruction. Hence, option B, program counter is a suitable answer. Question. What is interprocess communication? The given options are option A, communication within the process, option B, communication between two processes, option C, communication between two threads of same process, option D, none of the mentioned. Here are the explanations. Option A, communication within the process. Communication within the process is called communication processes. Option B, communication between two processes. Communication between two processes is called interprocess communication, which is a mechanism that allows processors to communicate each other and synchronize their actions. Option C, communication between two threads of same process. Communication between two threads of same process is called thread communication. It is not an interprocess communication. Option D, none of the mentioned. Hence, option B, communication between two processes is called interprocess communication. Question. Each process has associated with a number of attributes that are used by the operating system for the process control. These collection of attributes are referred to as. The given options are option A, system stack, option B, process control block, option C, attributes block, option D, attributes control block. Here are the explanation. Option A, system stack. The process stack or system stack contains the temporary data such as method or function, which is a collection of computer programs, libraries and related data. Option B, process control block. A process control block is a data structure used by computer operating systems to store all the information about a process. It is also known as process descriptor. Option C, attributes block. It is a number of attributes that are used by the operating system for process control. Option D, attributes control block. The process control block contains attributes of a process, but there is nothing called attributes control block. Hence, the option B, process control block is a suitable answer. Question. When the process issues an input-output request, the given options are option A, it is placed in an input-output queue, option B, it is placed in a waiting queue, option C, it is placed in the ready queue, option D, it is placed in the job queue. Here are the explanations. Option A, it is placed in an input-output queue. Input-output queue or device queue holds the process which waits for an input-output device. Option B, it is placed in a waiting queue. Waiting is a state. It will happen when the process needs some resources. Option C. It is placed in the ready queue. The process will enter into the ready queue only after the completion of input-output request. Option D. It is placed in the job queue. Job queue consists of all the processes in the system to be entered into the ready queue. Hence, when the process issues an input-output request, option A, it is placed in an input-output queue. Question. Dash is a decision to add a new process to the set of processes that are currently active. It is performed when a new process is created. The given options are option A, long-term scheduling, option B, medium-term scheduling, option C, short-term scheduling, option D, IO scheduling. Here are the explanations. Option A, long-term scheduling. Long-term scheduling involves selecting the processes from the job pool. It is performed when a new process is created. Option B, medium-term scheduling. Medium-term scheduling involves swapping out a process from main memory. Here, the process executes from any one of the existing processes: running state, wait state, and date state. It won't add any new process. Option C, short-term scheduling. Short-term scheduling involves selecting one of the processes from the ready queue and scheduling them for execution. It does not add any new process for the execution. Option D, IO scheduling. Input-output scheduling is the method that computer operating systems use to decide in which order the block input-output operations will be submitted to storage volumes. It also won't add new process. Hence, option A, long-term scheduling is a suitable answer. Question. A process scheduler is the processor management unit which the given options are: option A, gives all submitted jobs to the job scheduler, option B, select a job to run, option C, select a process to run, option D, coordinates the process synchronization. Here are the explanation. Option A, gives all submitted jobs to the job scheduler. Job scheduler not submit jobs to process scheduler. This scheduler regulates the program and select process from the queue and loads them into memory for execution. Option B, select a job to run. Process scheduler will schedule the processes of different states like ready, running, waiting, and it doesn't select job to run. Option C, select the process to run. CPU scheduler selects a process among the processes that are ready to execute and allocates CPU to one of them. Option D, coordinates the process synchronization. Process synchronization will just coordinate processes. It is not a function of scheduler. Hence, option C, select a process to run is a suitable answer. Question. A process stack does not contain. The given options are: option A, function parameters, option B, local variables, option C, return addresses, option D, PID of child process. Here are the explanations. Option A, function parameters. Function parameter is a variable to be used in the function body. Process stack contains function parameter to work with system call. Option B, local variables. Process stack contains local variable that are used to store the values passed through parameter. Option C, return addresses. Process contains return address which refers to address of the code segment or instruction whose function call has created that stack. Option D, PID of child process. Process stack does not contain PID of child process. process ID will be noted by process control block. Hence, the process tag does not contain option D, PID of child process.
Thank you, friends. We will meet you at the next informative video. Until then, take care. If you like the video, like it, share it, and share your valuable comments with us. Do subscribe our channel for more useful videos. Take care. Have a nice day.
For more detailed information, refer to our book, Operating Systems, Simplified, by Dr. C.V. Suresh Babu. Highlights of our simplified series. Why should I learn this chapter? Snapshot. Frequently asked question. Summary. Activity. Assignment. Video online. Just before exam. Test yourself. Keywords. Further readings. For more tutorial videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.